to come in with a story, where they come in with facts and numbers.
Yep, we need
and you
stories, songs,
anything to move us and get us connected. Unfortunately, their style of communication is facts and numbers. Let me give you the facts. Let me give you the numbers. Here's a proposition. Go for it. It's like, no, we don't work like that.
Yeah,
it's
like
not
a
relatable.
bowl. Yeah, it's good for you. It's like a bowl full of broccoli.
Right.
You know, and broccoli is good for you.
Okay.
But you need to put some cheese sauce on that or
Come
something.
on,
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Spike it up a little bit.
You know?
Get the hot sauce.
Yeah.
The cayenne pepper, something like that.
That's right.
You know, we got to throw that spice up in there.
Make the nutritious
Let's
delicious.
go back to
That's
the
what I'm
beginning
saying.
of this thought process of where's the Republican Party failing in their communication delivery if the Democrats do it so well?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Where they're failing in terms of their delivery is that they're not examining where, I hate to use the word enemy, but they're not looking where the enemy is at.
Okay.
You know, where's the, you know, I make the proposal that where are they? They're in the schools, so we need more conservatives becoming teachers.
Okay.
Get in the way of that liberal ideology that's going in
Very
schools.
good point.
The educational system become more of an indoctrination system.
Okay.
So we need more conservatives there. We need more conservatives, you know, doing what you're doing, making music. You know, say not. I mean, I don't want to sound mean, but when it comes to loving your country, you know, patriotic music can't be all about country music.
Right.
You know, you need
That's
to get
true.
you need to get there's why can't hip hop have its patriotic music?
Wow.
Why can't rock have its country music? You know, why not?
Do you think there are any current artists right now that are kind of patriotic?
The ones I heard of, there's Stuck Mojo.
Okay.
There's my group.
What's the name of your group?
20 Pound Sledge.
And how can they find them?
Just if they hit my website, www.machosauce.com.
Macho sauce.
But see, when you do that, you make me forget what I was going to say.
Oh, baby, back out there. We don't want them to really know, do we? Okay.
See, now that's the part where I don't know, my wife's got good aim. And there will be a flying shoe coming from somewhere.
Okay, but again, getting the Republican Party more engaged and more connected on how they can communicate just as well as you're saying the Democrats are doing.
Well, there's a movement or a more gaining more popularity is like Christian rock and Christian hip hop. See, now Republicans would do well to start supporting groups like this because these groups are more apolitical than anything else.
And the reason why they need to support those groups because those groups turn into people, masses, and numbers, and those numbers elect officials that have us win for change.
That's
Is that
right.
correct?
It's right. And also, now when you think these groups, like I said, they're apolitical. They really don't care about the politics. What they're interested in doing is promoting the Word of God. But they need to know that they have a friend within the Republican Party. They need to know they have friends there because we're the ones that want to keep it one nation.
And the Republican Party is about God.
That's right. We want to keep it one nation under God. Whereas the Democrats want to keep it as a diverse nation over God.
Because Democrats are losers. Right? They are. They're losers and they're idiots. And they're buffoons, and I tell you why they're buffoons, because they continue to think that we're going to support their systematic ways. That is why more of this country is turning to independents and libertarians and Green Party. Do you know why? Democrats, because your agenda continues to fail. Matter of fact, you are heading for the hills like President Obama stated in the State of Union address. You're heading for the hills because you know that your party is becoming disbanded and disconnected with the health care bill. Redbone! Danielle, can you tell me a little bit what the family's saying out there right now?
Yeah, hold on one second, okay?
You know, go ahead.
Well, basically, you know, Sassy's definitely on your tip. Go, girl.
Go,
She's understanding
Sassy.
exactly. Dems are running, and, you know, they're basically saying that, she's saying, or I think you are a she, Sassy Republican, is basically agreeing with what you are saying about the Democrats, is that we're running and that, you know, unlike you imploding your party and eating your young.
Sassy, let me say this to you, girl. Thank you for coming in. I want you in on every Friday because sometimes those liberals and those Democrats in there, they get to chatting about all kind of
You
stuff.
mean the voice of reason.
The voice of no reason, of no common sense.
Reasonable.
The voice of no common sense are Democrats. And I tell you, they continue to be of no common sense because they can't bring us together. And they continue to blame the Republican Party for their failure of leadership right now of this country. And they want to continue to go back to the Bush administration. Well, wake up. Get out of the bushes and shave yourself. Make it clear that you can get through that hole and make it known. Because the bottom line is, we can see you now. The bush is gone. The bush is gone. You're the one running this country. Political brother, what do you have to say?
I have to say, push in the bush.
I knew it.
Well, fortunately, the Bush has moved on, and we are push in the Obama. So the ovaries are open.
Well, I tell you this too, Shirley. One thing I will say about the president, as the radical leftist that I am, is that I'm not really even sure he's following the Democratic agenda. One of the things I keep pointing out is that I'm not sure whose agenda is being followed. The war is being expanded.
Okay.
So I actually thought that the conservatives would be kind of happy with him because all the money's already gone to all the banks. Okay.
That was not the conservatives' agenda way to go. You can't blame that on the conservatives.
No, and I'm not. Notice I didn't say Republican too, because I think the Democrats were gaining just as much. The powers that be gained. And the president went right along with that program with the bailouts, and we still have the war. We don't have any real deal.
So this is a socialistic mindset, isn't it?
I just say it's not the change we can believe in. Is it? That wasn't at the selling point. It's a change. I just don't see any change.
Well, the changey hopey thing obviously is not working.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going. He's no better than.
He's not working. That's why he's not changing anything, but getting us all depressed and upset and mad as hell. Yes, Danny, talk to me.
Can I say something? Because I can't, where I'm sitting right now, there's like a petition in the studio where I can't, is Mario like showing titties or ass or something like that?
Oh, you're sure.
Sassy Republican. I love Mario. Mario, love Mario.
Oh my
God.
Mario,
what are you doing?
I will show my titties. They're very sensitive.
You know, this is really interesting.
As I get older.
The Democratic family loves me. The Democratic family loves me.
Oh, yeah, they love Shirley.
And my Republican family is starting to love you. What's that?
You know what? Maybe because we refuse to let ourselves be pigeonholed as to whatever we are. It's funny, we can get together and argue these points and try to move ahead. That's the point I keep making. Maybe we're the ones, maybe it's the radical leftists and the hip-hop Republicans can be the ones that sit down and actually do something.
Okay, so going back to the Obama administration, working together with those ovaries. AlfonZo, talk to me about socialism. Because that's such an issue right now. It's kind of faded off in the wind, but it was part of the foundation of what the Republican Party was trying to let everyone know at the beginning of this administration, actually during the campaign trail. And for some reason, we are off base on going back and saying, see, he's not doing what he said he was going to do.
I went out and I did some man on the street stuff. And, and I asked a question, I asked his brother on the street, who had his CDs, he was flipping his CDs. And it's like, look,
I understand. Capitalism move.
Yeah, he's doing a capitalism move. And I'll say, okay, now, let's say you start making millions of dollars, right? Now, you want to be able to keep those millions to be able to, pay your employees. You want to pay them top dollar to help you move your product and promote you and stuff like that. He said, yeah. And I said, so what I don't understand is if you're making all those millions of dollars, do you really want a government to tell you you're making too much money? It's going to affect how you pay the people around you, right? And he was like, yeah, man, I totally get that. I said, now, would you support Obama if he wanted to make sure that he kept your taxes low and cut your taxes as much as possible to make sure that you can pay your employees and promote your works and so on and so forth? He said, yeah, man, I support Obama 100%. And I just left it right there. So, I mean, socialism, it's like, what do you want? Do you want...
Well, you're too deep for him. Because what you said to him was pretty much the Republican policies. But you didn't mention the word Republican.
No.
He agreed with it. But everything that you were saying is not what Obama was doing.
Exactly.
Did you bring that to his knowledge, or was he smart enough to catch that?
I just left it right there. I left it right there.
But did you fail?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because you do a lot of AK in Detroit. My brother AK in Detroit, a Kindle. Make sure you check out a Kindle on Facebook. Go to my Facebook page. Look for this beautiful piece of chocolate. I always get on him because I always say to him, look, sometimes you remind me of him in the sense that you guys have a lot of depth to you, meaning that you have basically a great peanut butter package. You have the best peanuts that have been homegrown, hand roasted, grounded,
you feel like a nut.
And sometimes you don't.
Wing nut.
But sometimes
wing nut sandwich.
But sometimes I think you need to keep it simple, and I call it keeping that skipping. As you skipped along through the day, when you talk to people in that manner, I mean, I don't think people are that deep.